I just bought this cordless router to use in another project, and I don't need this base part that's here. And looking at my other palm router, the one that I fairly recently added a base to for the inserts, they look like they're the same size. The body on this one is plastic, the other one is metal, but I already tried it and it's very close. It's a little bit tight on this one, but I think I can adjust it to fit. So I'm thinking about putting that on there. And the big benefit is that, okay, I made this one so that I have those inserts in there, the templates, guide bushings, I guess you could call them. And this looks like it's exactly the same size. So I got out my template set here, and I'll pull one out and see how it fits. And it's a good fit. It's a little bit slack, but if I line it up and tighten it up, it looks like it's going to be perfect. So that's what I want to do in this video. I want to get that done. I got a problem with this one though. I put that insert in to do something and it's too tight, and I tried to grip it with the pliers and I'm afraid I'm going to crush the thing there. So what I want to do is try to make this so that I can take it out with kind of a wrench. And here's what I'm thinking about. I got my grinder, and you can see the nut has 2 holes in there for this wrench that fits in. I'm thinking I can do the same thing with this, except I only think I need 1 hole and an L-shaped wrench to take this off. So all I'm going to do is get a small drill bit and drill a hole in the insert, and then I think an Allen key will work as the wrench to take this off. And then the idea is just to lever it against the ring in the middle there and turn it until it comes undone. Okay, that worked pretty good. I could probably improve on the wrench. The thing about the Allen key is it's the bend there is pretty gradual. It's not sharp enough to really engage with the ring on the insert. So maybe I'll make something. It did work though, so I'm not going to worry about it. I figure what I'll do is I'll just, whenever I get one of these that's stuck, I'll just drill a hole in it and I'll redo the same thing again. So anyway, now I'm going to try to fit this new one here onto the old router body. And like I said, it seems to be a little bit tight, but I think I can sand down the router body a little bit to get that to be a better fit. But in the meantime, there's also a pin in there that I didn't see, and that's what I guess fits in that slot that's on the side of this one. And that slot doesn't exist in the other one. So I'm just going to file down that pin actually, because I don't ever have any intention of putting this back on that one. I got to do whatever it takes to make it work. Well, it looks like that pin is actually hardened, so I'm not going to be able to file it. I'll get my Dremel, and that will definitely get rid of it. Okay, like I said, it's a bit tight, and it seems to be stopping part of the way in. Oh, that's the gear. Hang on, I'm going to try it again. I set you guys down. Let's see if you can keep you looking. See, the gear here was not lined up with the gear, the rack, I guess you could say, in the thing. It's still too tight, though, so I'm going to fix that. But it looks what they did here is they basically use the same dimensions for both things. Like the gear rack in this looks identical to the gear rack in this, except this one's made out of plywood and the other one's made out of metal. And I think that would, I could force it, like I could, if I pushed hard enough, but the thing you want to be able to do is you want to be able to turn the knob to adjust it, and it's a little bit too tight for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it a little bit, and then maybe that'll loosen it up. Okay, I got it on there. What it was actually is a little bit fatter, I guess you could say, up at near the end here. So I basically sanded all that away, and it slipped on there pretty well. But I found another problem, and that's it's not going deep enough into it because there are stops in here when I look at the old one and compare the two, the nose on the new one is much longer than it is on the old one here, so it won't reach as far. So I still think I have enough there, because basically what I'll be using this for is template routing, and I really don't need the reach. And the bit that I have in here now, I think, is a 1/4 inch, I'm not sure, and it's not very long, when typically I'd be using a longer bit. So I think this is still going to work. But anyway, it really is an improvement over the old one, which was just plastic. And then I had to tighten it up with this knob here. And it was never really, it didn't feel as solid as this one does, obviously, because this one's made out of metal. I just put a battery in this router here to try it out, because I got it the other day and I didn't bother to see if it works. And I press the on button and nothing's happening. This thing actually has a lock on there, lock button. You have to press that first and then press the on button before the thing will start. Which, I don't know. I don't like push buttons for stuff like this anyway. I'd rather have a switch, but I don't know if that's going to get to be annoying. It depends on where I locate this in the machine that I'm going to make.
You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express here now and take his advice on a dark and stormy night when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's rolling and the rain's coming down in sheets thick as lead. Yeah, Jack Burton just looks that big old storm right square in the eye and he says, "Give me your best shot, pal. I can take it."